This is my 30 by 40 foot pole barn that we built in 2019.
Today, Greg is going to give us a tour of his Smart Woodshop. It is a fairly new pole building that he built. A lot of wonderful space that I'm jealous of. It's a work in progress, and he's going to tell us all about it in this video today. If you want to get a set of plans to build a Smart Woodshop for yourself, a smart station, a smart bench, or any of the accessories that work with the system, there's a link in the description of this video down below where you can go purchase plans and download them instantaneously 24/7, 365.
Got a version of the total station there. My latest project has been this dust collector, which I have every intention of plumbing in through the ceiling. But eventually it will be back by the electrical system back there. Plumbing going through the rafters that will allow it to pick up dust from all over the shop. Large collection of clamps and lumber storage that is patterned off of something from probably 15 years ago. A design that I saw in some woodworking magazine. A year ago, I put these metal brackets on to give me more storage, and that has worked out very well. The dust collector will either sit out in front of the electrical panels, or more likely it'll be in a shed on the opposite side of the wall so that it's actually outside. And I'll also make in space for a compressor back there as well. There's a blacksmithing forge underneath there. In this corner we've got chainsawing and kind of yard work stuff. Office type area. I use it to house my camping gear, which is all this stuff here, as well as my, I have a snap maker, CNC router, 3D printer, laser engraver, that so far all I've used it for is 3D printing. Sometimes it works great, other times what you produce looks like that. Shop aprons and face masks and knee pads. Place for nowhere near all of my woodworking magazines. And this is my tool wall. Circular saws, got a couple of routers in the back. One router table. I'm planning on building another one so that I can house a router lift in it. 24-hour workbench, I think, is what they called it. With plywood, 4 layers of plywood on the top to make a good sturdy top out of it, and 4x4 legs. I did equip it with what I call the Norm Abram method of putting casters onto a hinged board and then having a couple of jacks. One of the earliest projects I ever built, which was a router table. I plan to replace it eventually with a Portamate router and a woodpecker's lift. My table saw is what's called a shopsmith or a super shop, which is a shopsmith knockoff. It's very good and it's worked for all these years. I have every intention of replacing it with a saw stop at some point. I built this tool cabinet again years ago with space to hold a bunch of my kind of need to get at stuff. Got a dedicated port up here that I can just hook my hose into. From here to the table saw, it has one underneath it, and my big sanding center over here has a rig where you can hook it up over here, and this can move from this belt sander over to a spindle sander if I need to. These two tables, this longer one and the shorter one over there, were originally in my garage against the wall with a space in the middle of it for the super shop to sit in between, which worked out really well right against the wall where you couldn't really park cars anyway. Mechanics tools. I'm in the process of 3D printing out more holders and things like this that eventually hold all my wrenches and stuff like that, so it'll all look a little better. But I kind of like the look of this because it takes up way less space than the blow molded cases. I don't have any 230 volt tools right now. I do have one outlet back in the back that the kiln plugs into, but eventually I do plan to have an electrician come out and run 3 or 4 240 volt outlets, just so that I can have the bigger table saw and maybe a big bandsaw or something like that. I think that's going to have to do it. Thanks.
If you enjoyed Greg's tour of his wood shop, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And also, there's a lot more shop tours to come, so make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know when we put up a new video. And if you would like to have your wood shop featured, then be sure to go out, shoot a video. You can use your smartphone. Just do it horizontally. And if you've got the ability to do it in 4K, do that as well. Just walk around the shop, tell us all about it, what you like about it, some of the challenges, those kind of things. Just tell us the story. And then you can Dropbox it to me. I'll put a link to where you Dropbox it in the description of this video down below. And then I'll take it, I'll edit it up, put it together, and share it with the Smart Woodshop fam. Thanks for dropping into the Smart Woodshop. You stay safe and have a great day.